Hello everyone. It says 89 degrees, but I'm telling you it's 109. It is so hot. Oh, I'm not in the best mood today. I went and I got a haircut today. I couldn't do anything with my hair at all. And you know, I like the stylist that I usually go to, and I spoke very highly of her not too long ago. I don't know if I have it in one of the videos or not. I don't remember, but you know, I was saying in my video, like, she's the type of stylist that she listens to you and she gives you what you want, you know. She's never failed me yet, you know, and I spoke very highly of her, you know. I think I even mentioned her name. I don't remember, but you know, and it's at the Ulta in Edinburgh. And anyway, so I went today and I told her, oh, I like your haircut, because she had long layers. And that's the way I saw it at. She even had highlights. And she had long layers in the front and everything. And I said, yeah, like, I want that style that you have. Like, that's exactly what I want, because my hair was all like one length and it was just like, ugh. It looked like a rat's nest or something. I don't know. It looked horrible. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that for you, you know. And she's like, I'm going to cut it dry, though, and then I'll go wash it, and we'll style it. And I said, okay. So she cut it while it was dry. We were talking and talking, because her husband, well, actually her boyfriend, is a truck driver. And I was, you know, she remembered how my husband's a truck driver as well. And we were talking about that and money-wise and stuff, and how they're gone like for 3 weeks out of the month, and only home for such a short period, and then they leave again. And then she says, well, but in a way this is better, because before he worked in the rigs and he was gone for 2 to 3 months at a time, and now he's only gone 3 weeks at a time. And I said, oh wow. I wouldn't like that at all, you know. I don't even like this, but whatever. And by the way, you all, well, I'll get to that point in a minute. Can't even talk today. So then she takes me to the back, she washes my hair, she puts the treatment in, we come back to the front, she starts blow drying it and everything, and then she cut a little bit more. And I was like, huh, well, maybe there was some parts that were uneven or something. She needed, like, to even them out or something, you know? And hold on, y'all, because there's cars coming, and I never know which way they're going to go. Yeah, like this one right here. They went into my lane. They were supposed to yield the right of way, but they didn't. They never do. Anyhow, so then, you know, she's done, and I didn't do my roots before I went because I was being lazy, right? So you could see all my gray hairs in the part, and I'm like, are you serious, chick? Like, you could have covered those up with my own hair. Like, you didn't have to, like, make sure they showed, right? So you could see, like, my natural hair color with gray hair under there, and then, you know, the haircut. And so I'm looking at the haircut, and it looks like I have like a helmet on. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, why does it look so poofy there? Why is the front shorter than the back? Why are these layers shorter than the back? Oh, well, that's how I have my hair. That's how, you know, it's supposed to frame your face. And I'm like, what part of my face? Just my eyes? I'm like, no, this isn't what I wanted. I wanted long layers. Like, you don't have short layers. Hang on, you all. I'm going to order something. Well, I'll just let you all hear. I was going to pause, but you all can hear me order in Espanol. Sí, me da una papa asada sin nada. ¿O más el queso? Una papa asada.
¿Papa asada con fajita?
No, sin nada, más con queso.
Ok, una papa asada plain.
Ajá.
¿Qué más?
Y un fideo regular.
regular, ¿qué tortillas?
Sin tortilla.
¿Harina?
No, no tortilla.
¿No tortillas?
No.
¿Qué más?
Aquí tienen Dr. Pepper.
¿Mande?
¿Tienen Dr. Pepper?
¿Tiene qué?
¿Tienen Dr. Pepper para tomar?
Pip extra.
¿Cómo?
Es la Pip extra. Es como la Dr. Pepper.
Ah, ok. ¿Me da una de esas, por favor?
¿Qué más?
Es todo.
La papa asada plain, el fideo regular, no tortilla y la bebida. ¿Está bien?
Sí, está bien.
18.48.
Ok, gracias. Well, not even in Spanish did this chick understand me. Like someone would have talked French. Not that I know French, but I didn't even know how to tell her anymore. Like, I don't want any meat on my potato. I have some shredded chicken at home, so I could put that on there because it's easier for me to eat than the fajita. I can't. Long story. It's a long story. I just can't have certain foods right now. So while I'm waiting for her to charge me, yeah. So put my window up, and I did all this. You know, I saw my hair and I was like, this is not what I wanted, you know, like, and she's like, well, unfortunately we can't add hair back, but if you like I can cut it shorter from the back so I can blend it in some more. And I was like, no, like, I didn't want short hair either, you know, like, I was just so pissed. And then she's like, I'm so sorry, you know, I'll give you 20% off on your next visit. And I'm like, fine, but let's not do this again, please. So basically what she gave me was kind of like a butterfly cut, which is not even popular anymore, and I never asked for that. And then she tried to compare it to the butterfly and the wolf cut. Neither one of those did I ask for. How did we go from long layers to butterfly or wolf cut? So here you have somebody my age right now with a freaking butterfly cut that didn't ask for it. So, and then the way she blow dried it, she really accentuated. Hold on.
18.48. Hasta adelante, por favor. Gracias.
Okay, so she really accentuated the layers. And I was like, I don't know if it was the way you styled it or what is it, but I did not like how the layers really show in the front. Like, I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but it looks like a wispy cut. Like, I don't know if you've all ever, do you all remember those? If you're my age, you know what I'm talking about. Like that wispy cut where they put all these little layers in the front. Like that. Ugh. I always hated that haircut. I hated it when I was younger, and I hate it now. I used to go to a stylist back in the 90s. She was so like fixated on that haircut on me, and even though I would tell her like I don't want that cut, she would still do it. And so I finally stopped going to her because I'm like, okay, she just wants to do what she wants to do, you know, like she's not listening to me. And so then I started going with this other guy, well, with a guy named Sam, who worked at Ulta, and he would give me that elongated bob that I really, really liked. And so I would get that for a while. And then all of a sudden he just got up and left, and I never found him again until about 2 years ago. I think I finally found him. And how did I find him? how was it that I found him? Because nobody ever knew. Nobody wanted to tell me where he was. I think I just happened to run into him somewhere. And then he told me the name of his salon. And I was just so happy to find him. And you have to, like, book your appointment online only. They don't answer the phone there at all. At all. And he doesn't give out his personal number, of course. So, move forward a little bit more. So anyhow, he was never available though. He was booked for like months at a time, okay? So I ended up going with another girl that worked with him who was equally as good as he was back at Ulta. But when I went with her, you know, I can't really complain about the haircut she would give me. I liked it. However, when I went with her for highlights and I wanted blonde highlights, she gave me orange highlights. And I had to go back with her and I had to pay her an extra $80, okay, to fix it. And that's when I said, okay, that's the last money you're going to get out of me, chick. I ain't coming with you anymore. Like, how dare you charge me for something that you did wrong, you know? And that's the way these stylists are now. They fuck up and they want to charge you extra for their fuck up. So, anyhow, I decided to go back to Ulta and I actually picked this girl out by random and I liked her. I've been going with her for the past 2 years already, going on 3, and I really liked her. She's got a nice personality and everything, and her and I have a lot in common. And so I started going with her, and then every time I move forward, this truck behind me gets closer and closer. So anyway, here she comes. Here they come with my order, I hope. Yeah.
Una papa y un fideo.
Sí,
Que
gracias.
le vaya bien.
I just bit my tongue again. Damn it. Every time I bit my tongue last week, the top towards the back, and since then I've been biting it like over and over by mistake, like by accident, you know, like I don't know if that's ever happened to you all, but I don't even know what to do now. I don't know how to stop myself from biting my tongue back there. Anyway, so I started going, you know, to her since then, and we have a lot in common, and I really like the way she cut my hair. Like I said, I spoke very highly of her. I'm not saying anything bad about her now. There was just a big miscommunication. However, I hate my haircut. I despise it. I loathe it. I can't hardly wait for the sides to grow out. It's the sides, the layers are just below or almost touching the bottom of my chin. I did not want that. I like the front long, you know? Well, at least that's the way it looked when she blow dried it, you know? Like, I got home and I was so mad, I started to do my roots. So now I don't have gray hair. Now my hair is all one color, which is a medium brown, which doesn't last me long because it gets really light. After like a week, it'll get like a blondish color. And I'm like, how did we go from medium brown to blondish if the box says medium brown? It's by Garnier. And I know what y'all are thinking. You're like, well, Moon, didn't you want blonde hair at one time? Are you gonna stop? Thank you. Yeah, this turnaround thing, people don't yield the right away. Anyway, he did though. So yeah, I didn't want blonde highlights, but I didn't want all my hair blonde with gray roots and some dark roots. Okay, that doesn't look good. So anyway, and before I left, I had asked her, like, how much do you charge for a biolage? And she's like, well, what color do you want? And I said, I want like a honey. And she's like, oh, that would look really pretty with your skin tone and everything. And I said, you know what, I got them done a long time ago, but the guy left a streak right here, and I showed her where he had left a streak of like the bleach and stuff. And I didn't like that part. I hated it, right? And I never went back to him to fix it or anything. I just left it like that, and I would just, like, when I would style it, I would like style that part inward, so you really couldn't tell, you know, unless the wind blew and you were really looking and you're like, oh, that girl got a really bad eyelash. But I mean, other than that, you really couldn't tell. And he charged me $200, and so she said, I will charge you $201. And I said, oh, perfect, you know, that's how much it usually is anyway. So and she's like, yeah, well, whenever you're ready, let me know, you know, and I'll put you in there. And I said, okay. Well, now that I got a haircut, I said, I'll probably do it a lot sooner, like during the summer, you know, like June, July. I completely forgot we were in May. Ugh, that water's hot. I forgot we were in May already. These months are going by really fast. Anyway, focus, focus. So, yeah, you know, I'll do that, you know, but like I said, as soon as I got home and I saw my hair, I was like, oh, hell no. Hopefully these layers will be longer by then, by June or July, because I would like that to be my birthday present, you know. My birthday's in July, I'm a Cancer. Well, I don't claim it. I do not claim it. It's bad to claim your zodiac sign, because once you claim your zodiac sign, whatever it says about you, you're going to manifest in your life. So like Cancer, we're crabby, we either like you, we don't like you, da da da. That part is true. I either like you or I don't like you. There's no in between with me. However, I'm not claiming to be crabby and sensitive and all that stuff, which, you know, yes, I can be sensitive. I'm not gonna lie, I can be sensitive, but I don't claim it, okay? So that's why it's not good to claim your zodiac sign. I know some people are very proud, especially if they're Scorpios or Leos. The Leos are very proud to be Leos. They will tell you that. But yeah, no, it's not good to claim that over your life, or speak that over yourself for that matter. So anyhow, yeah, so hopefully by July these layers will be longer. My hair, like I said, is wet right now because I just dyed it. I had to hurry up and shower again because my younger son's boss called that he got a flat tire, and my son had to go in a lot earlier. He had to go in 2 hours earlier before he actually was supposed to go in. Actually 3 hours. It's only 2:10. He was supposed to go in at 5. But that's fine, you know, we're happy because he's getting his hours. You know, he's getting more hours. So there's no complaint there. I just had to hurry up, and I was telling him, I'm hungry, do you want something? You want me to take you something? And he's like, no, I'll just get a sandwich there, you know. And I was like, all right. So that's why I wanted to get me something to eat right now. However, once I get home, you bet your bottom that I'm going to blow dry my hair and style it to see if I can fix this mess. Because, yeah. And you all, I'm not very happy either that the signature cut was $77. And I did leave her a tip, a $10 tip. Because, you know, my pastor's always emphasizing that even if you get bad service, leave a tip. And he's right, you know. And my husband and I are like that when we go out to eat or something. You know, sometimes we just get the worst waiter or waitress, especially at Denny's, okay? Sorry, Denny's, didn't mean to dox you, but yeah, especially at Denny's. And, you know, we're like, man, like they hardly ever came over, they never gave us more tea or water or coffee, whatever, you know? And, or they never brought the hot sauce or whatever we asked for, you know? And so we're like, yes, we're still gonna tip, like, fine, you know, and we'll still leave a tip. But yeah, I did it anyway because, my pastor, and I agree with my pastor. And also, sometimes the Holy Spirit speaks to you and they're telling you, leave a tip. But God, this haircut sucks. Leave a tip, Moon. Alright. So I left a tip. I had to fight it for a little bit. But what's done is done. So, I don't even know why I'm even talking about this. I don't even know why I'm sharing this. You all tell me if y'all ever had a bad haircut. Maybe that's why. Okay, I'm expecting this gate to open. I'm already home. I'm expecting this gate to open on its own without pressing the remote. Good one. Good one, Moon. You're just on a roll today, aren't you? And I gotta clean the bathroom, by the way, because I took the scissors and I cut some of the length off. I didn't tell you all that part. Yeah. I was like, this hair is just too long still. So I cut more off. So now I gotta blow dry my hair and I gotta sweep the bathroom floor. And I gotta clean the shower again that I just cleaned the other day. Because whenever you dye your hair, all that hair color comes off, and then it leaves the shower floor kind of sticky, or it's just not comfortable. It's not comfortable for me. So now I'm gonna have to do that again. Oh, you all wish me luck. Hope you all are having a better day than I am. As always, I always wish the best for everyone, especially if you're listening. I wish the best for you. I never wish any harm on you. I just want to hear your stories to make me feel better. We can share bad experiences just to make me feel like, okay, they're not out to get me. It's not only me that this happens to, it happens to a lot of people, right? All right. Keep cool. Look, it was 89 earlier, 91 now. Love you all. Bye.